It is really hard to fathom, but it seems like nobody is talking about what's going on in New Zealand right now. Jacinda Ardern has locked down New Zealand over 4 cases. Those aren't even deaths or hospital admissions or mass kind of spreading events in major conurbations. This is just 4 cases, and she's reimposed one of the most drastic lockdowns there is for a further 12 days, as it was. I'm not sure people are aware either of a massive sweeping power grab that went through Parliament just at the start of all of the COVID. Went through Parliament in under 24 hours without public consultation, and it means that Jacinda Ardern and her henchmen can enter your home without a warrant. They can take you away and hold you in a detention centre for quarantine if they suspect you of having COVID. And as is now being done with these 4 cases, they are being taken away, held hostage effectively to the government, and will be held there until such time as they can be released. This can happen to family members as well, and they can be held separately. So you can be taken from your home forcibly under guard, held hostage in a detention centre, removed from your family, all because you tested positive for something which is effectively like a flu. And this is going on right now in New Zealand in 2020. And you know, it causes me to reflect somewhat on why it is that Jacinda Ardern was promoted so heavily at the front end of 2020, why there was this kind of beatification of Jacinda Ardern. And it does cause me to question once more the mosque shooting, because that was really the trigger point for attention on Jacinda and her kind of politics, which was seen as the humane way of being a political leader in the 20th century. People need to start looking at New Zealand, talking about New Zealand, and asking, how would you feel if people entered your home without a warrant, took you away to hold you in a detention centre, held you away from your family, shut your business if they wished without reason, and told you it was simply because you tested positive for COVID, which is...
Police are preparing to launch their aerial arsenal as part of a crackdown on COVID rule breakers. High-powered drones will be used to find people not wearing masks and cars too far from home.
Sky-high surveillance as we battle to control COVID. Over the next week, Victoria Police will dispatch drones. They'll be keeping a watch on St Kilda and Port Melbourne Beach, making sure skate parks and playgrounds remain empty, and for those who head to the park, a mask is a must, or at least a face covering.
Are they knickers?
Yeah, it's my knickers.
Police have also been using drones to guard the New South Wales border. There are concerns this style of policing won't end when the pandemic is over.
I think it's very important that we come up with rules, with laws that can also have things like sunset clauses, so there's an end point for any kind of technology or new powers that police might use.
There's no escaping this high-powered aerial arsenal. It can be flown for 7 kilometres. The camera is infrared, and it's so clear it can read a vehicle's number plate from 500 metres away.
Doesn't really bother me. I'm doing the right thing, so I've got nothing to hide.
I reckon they're doing a good job, the coppers, and good on them for doing that.
Tegan Dolling, 7 News.